Why did you have to be only 5 stars? Hello then, my fellow Pokemon trainers! Welcome as we go through how to effortlessly beat in one single attack both Walking Wake and Iron Leaves. I realise they're both 5 stars. I realise you've probably kind of muddled through with most non-completely counted level 100 Pokemon, but hey, I would not sleep well at night if I'd not at least shared the full-on how to annihilate them strategy, because it's one of my favourite things to do for every big, bad, important, and vaguely difficult Tera raid. Iron Leaves is definitely harder than Walking Wake, or at least that's what I found, but in either way, let's do this thing. Starting with Walking Wake, you have 2 main options. The first of which being the classic Rage Fist Annihilape that I popularized a while back as an absolute monster one-shotter of Tera raids. I will link the full setup build guide on him down below, but he is more than bulky enough to survive the special attack onslaught, as the damage output is fairly low, even with the sunny day and photosynthesis boost, and then he is of course able to one-shot with Rage Fist, primarily because he has Defiant. And with Defiant, well, Walking Wake really is its own worst enemy, as it will always use Noble Roar on you, and that will give you a +4 to attack, or a +3 if we account for the 1 down from Noble Roar. It consistently starts with this as its opener, so really we don't even actually need to boost our own attack. The strategy is simple. Begin the Tera raid, use Metal Sound 3 times, or once more to 4 if one of them misses, until it is -6 defense. It should be just over half health at this time. It will have hit you 2-3 times, powering up your Rage Fist. You'll have taken a Noble Roar of 2, powering you up with Defiant, and then you hit that Rage Fist and literally one-shot it. Easy, done, dusted, job's a good'un, and you have more than enough bulk and health pool to survive nearly 4 attacks without actually worrying about healing. Give yourself a covert cloak so you can't get burned if it does choose to do flamethrower, as that's kind of annoying. Other than that, EVs in health and attack, IVs in everything perfect except special attack, and of course that Defiant ability and this moveset. You don't really need Drain Punch this time around, so that can be whatever you want. However, if you don't want to go out and get an Annihilape and sort all that out, if you did the Charizard 7-star raid, the very first one, you probably might have used the Flutter main that everyone used to beat it, that we went over and guided for that one as well. That also perfectly counters this Tera raid. Even though it can't super affect the water with the fairy, it is massively tanky to special attacks, and does hilarious amounts of damage once you've got a few boosts, and basically Flutter Mane is just mortal to Walking Wake here, and is a guaranteed victory too, albeit not a full-on one-shot, but if you've got that lying around, that works just as well. But I wanted to go with Annihilape first, as everyone can do that, not just Scarlet with the Flutter Mane. So I hope that helps, and very much enjoy the superior of the 2 new Paradox Legendaries. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I just love Walking Wake so much. Then, for the Iron Leaves side of things, I will pass you to Mr. Cotton.
As for Pokemon Violet, which is my personal game of choice, of course the Paradox Pokemon that we have available to us through this event is Iron Leaves. Not the most imposing name though, is it? Which of course is the Paradox version of Virizion, and it's not bad. I definitely do prefer Walking Wake, but Iron Leaves is still alright. Thankfully you can get both anyways, right? As for how to defeat it super easily and consistently, the trick here is Kingambit. He is Dark and Steel type. His Dark typing negates the strongest move that it has in Psyblade, making it unable to do anything to you at all, and the Steel typing makes the Leaf Blade that it has do half damage, making the only things of note that Iron Leaves can actually do anymore being Mega Horn, which still does hurt a fair bit, and Swords Dance to raise its attack stat. As a result, on Kingambit we have Swords Dance of our own for obvious reasons, as well as Iron Defense. You don't always need to use Iron Defense, it depends on the NPCs that you get for solo runs, but generally a couple of Iron Defenses will make you pretty unkillable within this fight. fight. On top of that, we have Kowtow Cleave as our actual offensive move, and then Leer just to let you skip the whole shield and stat reset part of the fight, as those can be quite annoying, and Leer is just enough to put it over the edge. The strat for this to consistently kill, no problem, get you your free Paradox catch, and also any rewards you may want to farm from this event is quite simple. Iron Defense at the start, 2 in a row of these seems to be the sweet spot, then use Swords Dance 3 times in a row to max out your attack stat, then Leer twice to lower the Iron Leaves defense, and with that, Kowtow Cleave should be a one-shot from whatever health it is at that point. We are also running the Shell Bell item just in case things go tits up a little bit so you can heal from the massive damage that you do once you start attacking. But this strat seems to have a near 100% success rate so far, so just get yourself a nicely leveled Kingambit, get it the right stats, get it these moves, and start blowing away at this beautiful Pokemon until you're satisfied. And that's that.
And there you have it. I will say that Annihilape will also take on Iron Leaves quite well, as the bulk up that you would be using against it does stop you from taking basically any damage to Iron Leaves' physical, though of course the Psycho Cut does hurt a lot more, so it's definitely a riskier strategy, so that's why Kingambit was the choice, but you will probably have a comfortable time. That said then, ladies and gentlemen, that is your 2 silver bullets to both neuter, one-shot, and annihilate our new Legendary Paradox Pokemon and Tera raids. Again, I do kind of wish they were full on 7 stars and we had to really work for it, but I realize they just want everyone to be able to get their new Legendary, so that's fair enough. And as a quick rundown for those that have been asking, they are shiny locked, they come with 4 random perfect IVs, their nature is random, you can't get more than 1, but you can get the opposite version's one by joining a Tera raid from that version and then capturing it yourself, and that's all well and good. For now then, ladies and gentlemen, like if you've enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell for more, consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon down below, and until we meet again, a goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.